Hello, happy Thursday. Hope everyone's okay. So, I've got a couple of bits that we're going to update you on tonight. So first of all, look, we've had the hedge cut. So the guy's been round with his tractor today and he's done all of this field and the one next to it. So now they can see over the hedge. Which means they definitely know it's tea time now. You won't be able to hear it, but they are actually starting to make a little bit of a noise now. Because they've spotted James going into the stable to sort out the feed. So we're going to go over and see them. Because the hedge was being cut, the girls are in the pen at the moment, just because we had to move the electric fence in. So we'll let them back out and make sure the boys are obviously on the right side. We're also going to give you a little bit of an update on what happened with Mary's x-ray. Took him to the vets on Monday. It was a bit of a family trip because we took him, Ambition, Amelia and Mary in the trailer. It wasn't that bad really. Ambition doesn't particularly like the trailer. She lies down at the bottom of the gate, but other than that, it's fine. James is getting used to picking her up now. Still no gate, but lots of alpacas. Right, give me 2 seconds while I climb over. Hey, Curly. Nosy boys. So before I got here and disrupted them, they were all on the right side of this fence. Now they're being troublesome and escaping onto the wrong side of this fence. Sam, that means you. No. Okay, well that's not working. So the idea was that they would walk away like that. Well done. So that magically they're back where they belong. Here's the girls. They go a little bit closer, you might be able to hear them. So that little noise that they're making at the moment, that's just how they talk really. So for example, Ambition will do that loads back and forth with Amelia. Just checking where she is. What are you doing now? Come back here. All that kind of thing. It could be a little bit because they're, things are a little bit weird for them this afternoon, so it could be a little bit of stress. Just the boys are in my field. Why can't I get out? Why is James not giving me my food? Because, well, he stood there with it. And I'm being really unhelpful while he sorts out the fence. I can at least move the boys back on their side for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Feed them if you want.
Let's put the gate across while they're the right side. Hey, Curly.
You can food too.
Okay. Yeah, if we spin round, you can see just how big Amelia is now. There is a lot of fluff on there, but she's growing really well. So if you think Mary at the side of her, as when they did his x-ray, they weighed him just in case they needed to give him any sedatives, and he was 31 kilos. So yeah, Amelia's going to be a fair weight at that. Here's the fun part, watching James try and feed them. Give me kangas.
Come on, Packers. Oh, you can have this blue. Come on, Curly. Well, you did that well.
Kanga. Oh. Here we go. Let's swap. I'll have Curly instead.
I can go. Back off. We all want this one.
Yeah, James seems very popular tonight.
It needs to learn to eat quicker.
So Kangaroo eats really quickly, and I'm not sure he's even losing weight with us doing this, but we'll body score them again at the weekend and find out. Pip is so gentle. He won't push anyone out the way, and he's very gentle eating his food, so it just takes ages.
Really? Give me this. I don't want Kangaroo to have it.
Clooney will probably have it, won't he? It's been a very exciting afternoon. I can now see everything again. The tractor's been in here, so that was interesting. They were kind of paying him attention, trying to work out what it was for a while, then got bored of it and just went and ate hay. There you go. Making friends.
Cool. You let the girls out?
Yeah, so we'll pop over now that we've got more hands. James will just hold Mary for us for a minute and we'll sort of explain what they found on the x-ray.
Can we feed them first?
You can let them out after and feed them.
No, feed them first.
Why?
Because it's a lot easier.
Okay, he's going to feed them first.
I'm happy in here.
Just ignore me, it's fine.
Come on, Packers.
So now he's let them out, but wants them to come back to him.
No, only Mary.
You need to feed them all. We don't have domestics every time we feed them.
I've got food.
Amelia's still a princess.
You've forgiven me.
Yeah, so James was just saying Amelia's forgiven him. The reason behind that is she's got a bit of a sore between her toes. We're not sure what's caused it. It's just, yeah, a little bit cracked. Whether it's because the ground's quite a bit wetter at the moment. It's possibly that, and then getting itchy and she's chewed it a little bit. So she's unfortunately having injections once a day just for this week, just to try and help clear that up and take the soreness out. So it's a team effort in the morning. Bring her breakfast out, let her eat most of that because she gets bored partway through, and then catch her and give her injections. She's unfortunately quite smart though, because she's getting suspicious of us now.
So do you want me to hold Mary?
We will do in a minute. We'll let him eat his dinner first. There you go. She's lost interest now. Far too nosy. The problem is she is actually hungry. So give her 10 minutes. She'll be wondering where her food is, James.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
or she'll be trying to drink even more milk from Mum again. Obviously Ambition is pregnant now, so we don't really want her to be taking loads of milk, especially with her weaning soon. She needs to get used to eating her own food. Won't you, Trouble? Nosy girl. You can hold his bucket actually, and I'll talk through.
Okay.
Okay, so if you've been watching for a while, you'll know that Mary's not always the most stable on his feet. In fact, that's probably an understatement.
Like he's drunk.
Yeah, his front end knows where it's going, but the back end didn't quite get the same memo. It sort of wombles along at its own pace, and he does have a tendency to fall over. I think you can probably see at the moment his knees. Hang on, where's my finger gone? Well, yeah, you can see he's a little bit more unsteady on his feet than the others. So what we did, we took him in the trailer, took him to our local vets over at Scarsdale, and he had to go. So he went on the scales, the same ones that the horses and the stuff go on, and then he went in the X-ray room that they use for the horses. So he looked ridiculously small in this room, but they didn't have to sedate him. He was great. He just stood still, and when they lay him down, I think because he's so used to being laid down for us putting various lotions and things on him, he just stayed there. He wasn't a problem at all. But just about where James's hand is, my least mobile alpaca, and he still can't keep him still. So just about where his hand is, if he lifts it up, you'll see that his back drops down quite a bit. If you look at our other boys side by side, they're a lot flatter. The x-rays showed that for some reason, round about that point on his back where it drops, he's got a little bit of compression on his spine. It's not ideal, but it's not causing any horrendous damage. So we're sort of saying at the moment, you know, his hips look okay, they're where they should be. His growth seems okay. It's not as good as the others, but everything's growing as it should do. All it probably means is he hasn't got as much feeling in his back legs as the others, which is why he doesn't always know where they are. You can let him go if he wants now.
He does.
He does. Hi. So we're just going to give him lots of cuddles, and while he's happy, let him go around. I think we can all safely say we quite like him. So he's not going anywhere. He just looks a bit quirky. So to answer the question, yes, you can x-ray alpacas.
Using horse stuff.
Yeah, using horse stuff. Although to be fair, he's not much bigger than the dog, so we probably could have done him at one of the other vets. He made lots of friends when he was at the vets because he's so mardy. Once he worked out there weren't any injections involved, everybody could have a cuddle. Meanwhile, Ambition and Mary were arguing in the trailer, spraying spit everywhere, so we've now got to pressure wash it, including the ceiling. That bit wasn't so fun. Probably should say there's actually nothing wrong with Mary. We just took her with us so that she wouldn't be left on her own. If the boys disappear over the dip, she can't see them at all the way the field's laid out, so she just went along for the fun of it. I don't think we would have had quite the same luck if we'd tried to get her to stay still. She's nearly as big as a hedge now it's been cut.
Quite low.
Yeah, so eating hedges is something they definitely do. Any fresh growth on it, they will chew off. Their brambles, they will wrap themselves in, eat all the leaves, won't they?
Yep.
Any nice bits of hedge, yeah, they demolish that quite happily. If I wasn't being lazy, I could walk over there and show you the lack of hedge They've trimmed the whole thing back for us. But she's quite okay eating those. There's nothing in it she can't have. Does make her look big though. Now it's a short hedge.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everyone's fed. Everyone's happy. The boys have given up on their bowls. They're definitely empty now. That's them done for the night. So, unless anybody's got any questions or anything they want to see, I'm going to be Mardy and say I'm getting cold. So that'll probably do for tonight. Oh yeah, we'll put the electric fencing back together before we leave. Keep an eye on our Facebook and our Instagram over the weekend, because we are looking at launching a Halloween competition. That's all I'm going to say on it right now. So we'll update you over the weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye.